少しずつ飲み込まれ始めたので、そろそろ救出してもらえないでしょうか。
Anime isekai is a genre of anime that is often not talked about. The genre revolves around a character that is accidentally transported or reborn into a parallel universe and must now learn how to survive in this unknown universe. The best kind are the ones where the main character is extremely powerful, but nobody in this new world knows this and underestimates them instead. We all know how that always ends. In this video, we would be looking at the most powerful characters in isekai anime, from reincarnated wizards, devils, and even slime. Yep, you heard me, slime. But before we go on, hit that subscribe button and become a member of our community. Without wasting any more time, here are the top 10 isekai animes with overpowered main characters prepared to blow you away by their amazing power. Number 10, Inuyasha, A Feudal Fairy Tale. Based on the award-winning manga from Shogakukan, Inuyasha tells the story of a teenage girl named Kagome Higurashi and her life that was pretty normal until a demon came along and dragged her into a well around her family's Shinto shrine. Turns out, the well was a magical well that has no end. Instead, it transports Kagome 500 years into the past during the violent Sengoku period. As she is reborn, a sacred jewel called the Shikon Jewel re-emerges within her body. This jewel was incredibly powerful, and whoever shattered it gained immense power. Kagome did not know this, but the demons in her new world knew and attacked her. During one of the battles, she accidentally shatters the jewel, gaining enormous power that she must now learn how to control. To prevent other evil beings from collecting the shards of the jewel and reforming it, she embarks on a quest to collect the pieces scattered all over Japan. And to do this, she needs the help of Inuyasha, a half-demon who helps her navigate this new world. Number 9, Cautious Hero. The hero is overpowered, but overly cautious. The title of this anime tells you all there is that you need to know about it. This anime takes the saying, "you can never be too careful," to a whole new level, and for good reason. The story follows the adventures of Saya Ryugen, a human hero that was summoned by the novice goddess Restarte to save her world Gaiabrand from destruction by the Demon Lord. Not only is the Demon Lord super powerful, but Gaiabrand is also an S-class world, which means it is very dangerous. Restarte chose Saya for his potential, but there is one tiny problem. Saya was way too cautious, despite having so much power. His cautiousness led him to do things like buy 3 sets of armor, one to wear and a spare one, and then a spare for the spare. He was even cautious of the goddess herself and would not enter the safe area until he had trained to a satisfactory level. Hey, he was only trying to stay alive, but his antic irked Restarte so much. Either way, she needed him, so she had to learn to live with it, and it turns out his extreme caution was necessary after all. Number 8, Log Horizon. Log Horizon is centered on the life of a socially awkward teenager named Shiro, who was trapped in a massively multiplayer online role-playing game titled Elder Tale. Just like everyone else that was trapped in the game, Shiro had only been updating his game when he got transported into the new world. As a veteran of the game, he set out immediately to explore the new world and learn to live in it. Teaming up with his friend Naotsugu and Akatsuki, a fierce assassin character, Shiro's journey begins. Finding the world in chaos, he has chosen to learn to do away with his awkwardness and lead others to bring peace and stability to the realm. He also has to watch out for those sinister players who want to exploit him for his knowledge. He showed his great power many times and came to be feared in the virtual world. Number 7, The Rising of the Shield Hero. Premiering in 2019, this anime has gained a lot of popularity for its really intriguing plot. It is based on the stories of the 4 otherworldly heroes that wield sword, spear, bow, and shield and are charged with defending the land. When peril befell the virtual kingdom of Melromark, these heroes were summoned and transported to this fantasy universe to protect it from destruction. The main character is Naofumi Iwatani, who is given the title of the Shield Hero and labeled as the weakest of the 4 heroes due to his lack of offensive power and inexperience. Thus, he is abandoned by everybody except the princess Malti Melromark. Naturally, he was too trusting, and she took advantage of that and stole his money while framing him for a crime. Naofumi gets branded as a criminal and made an outcast. He set out to prove his innocence and gain his revenge against the princess, and in the process unlock some astonishing levels of power. Number 6, ReZero, starting life in another world. This is one of the strangest isekai I have ever seen, and I'll tell you why in a bit, just keep watching. Natsuki Subaru is a high school student who plays games more than anything. He has virtually no social life and spends the better part of his days indoors gaming. One night on his way back from the convenience store, the unexpected happens. He is suddenly summoned into an unknown world by an unknown person. Amid the confusion, he meets Satella, a silver-haired half-elf girl who becomes his companion and helps him navigate this mysterious world. However, they run into some thugs who kill him and Satella. Natsuki wakes up again, only to realize that he has woken up in the same world again and hasn't acquired the ability to reverse time with his death, earning him the title of Return by Death. Now Natsuki is stuck in an endless loop of dying and reversing time. Number 5. End Ride. End Ride tells a story about a young man who is transported into an alternate world named Endra. Endra is a virtual realm just below the Earth, and in this anime, the Earth is referred to as the Land Above. 15-year-old Shun Asanaga was transported into Endra after he touched a mysterious crystal he found in his father's office. In Endra, he meets a world in political turmoil and the distressed prince Emerio. Emerio had just turned 16 and has become of age to ascend the throne. But first, he would have to defeat King Daruzane, who is obviously stronger than him, and not just that, Daruzane had captured and imprisoned Emerio when Emerio had tried to avenge the killing of his father by Daruzane. Now this is a story of two boys, one looking to avenge his father and claim his birthright, and the other just trying to return to his own world. Number 4. Wise Man's Grandchild. This anime depicts the reincarnation of a young Japanese salaryman who worked for a science textbook publishing company in his previous life, before he was killed by a truck. He was reborn into the Earlshire Kingdom in a very turbulent world full of demons. He was rescued and raised by Merlin Wolford, a wise, powerful wizard who named him Shin and treated him like his grandson. A very attentive Shin soaked up all of Wolford's teachings. Soon enough, he became a master of the magical arts with skills well beyond S-class. Not only that, he still had his memories from his previous life intact, which helped him forge far more superior weapons. But there was something missing: social skills. Shin was a very powerful teenager, but he was socially awkward. To fix this, he is sent to the kingdom's magic academy, where he shows his power. Number 3. The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Satoru Mikami is a 37-year-old corporate worker who lived a super boring life, but was somehow content with it, even though he was a loner and practically had no relationships. However, everything changed when he was cornered by an assailant on his way home after a meeting with his colleague. The assailant stabbed him multiple times and then left him for dead. While his consciousness was slowly fading away, a mysterious voice recites some incantations in his mind. No, this is where it gets interesting. When he regained consciousness, he realized that he has been reincarnated as a slime in a strange world. This gave him some very strange yet powerful abilities, particularly the ability to devour anything and mimic its appearance and skills. With these newfound abilities, he embarks on a journey to prove his worth and change his fate. Number 2. The Devil is a Part-Timer. Seidao Meow is a demon king who wanted to conquer the world of Enta Isla by bringing its 4 continents together with the help of his demon generals. However, he is confronted by the hero Amelia and her companions, who killed 2 of his generals, forcing him to escape to another world through a portal. He landed on Earth in modern-day Tokyo, when there is no magic and his powers are not recognized. Taking the form of a human, he gets a part-time job at a restaurant just to make ends meet. Now don't be fooled, he still had all of his powers as Demon King, but instead of using these powers to wreak havoc, he now uses his powers for good. Number 1. Overlord, the Undead King. The title of this anime pretty much sums up how powerful this main character is. It tells the story of a young boy who was trapped in a game called Yggdrasil after the server shut down. He was a member of one of the strongest guilds named Ains Olgaun, and after the server shut down, he inherited the powers of all 41 members of the guild, and the other 3 elders, giving him an incredible amount of power. After realizing he was trapped, he set out to explore his new world and rule over it with his newly gotten power, while learning all about the new world from the NPCs, who have now come to life with personalities all their own. If you want to know what limitless power looks like, this is the show for you. And that is all the time that we have for today. Tell us which one you think is the most powerful and why in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned because we'll be back with more.